You wonder why everybody knows what angled backing is. Everybody takes time to do it right, and it's very consuming because you know the rules. But every time you try to do angled backing, it takes a lot of effort. Why? Because you're making some mistakes. So in this video, I will show you what I learned from my own experience. First thing you have to realize, it is a matter of ratios, distances. If you set your ratios correct, if you measure your distances correct, you can get it right from the first trial. In this case, I came out and looked. Where is my parking spot? My parking spot is right here. My camera is right here. I put the camera on the side of the trailer, so I'm going to do the angled backing. I will try to do it from the first shot. Why can't you do it from the first shot all the time? Because you make a mistake. It's a matter of focus, of attention. So, first thing you realize, this is how far you go out away from your spot. This is the nose of the truck right here, the tractor. And this is at the door. My door is open. My spot, the spot I wanted to park in, is right here, right in this area. So if you make any mistake, if you go a little bit forward, it's going to cost you time. That is one mistake you make. Another thing, if you stay away from the trailer over 4 or 5 feet, you are not going to make it from the first time. So those are the two mistakes you make. If you pull too back, if you pull too much to the front, or too much to the back, or away from the line where you wanted to bring your trailer in, it will make it hard for you. So your question is, can I do angled backing from the first shot without errors? Let us try to see how that can be done. But the issue, whether I came out and looked or not, I did come out and look. So that is being covered. Let us now move. Let's move the truck. I closed the door. First mistake you make after that, when you pull. Everybody tells you you make an acute right turn as far as possible to the right. So now I am doing good. Let us stop here. This is the second issue that you have to make sure of. Your tractor is perpendicular on the lane of the direction of the flow of the traffic. So now I am facing completely. My eyes are looking on that direction. And as you see, I did it so quick. The trailer is still in the scene of the camera. So I did not. If you take too long, if you don't steer hard enough to the right, if that trailer, if the nose of the trailer come too far here to this side, it will cost you time. My flashers are on. Let us stop here. You have to leave room on the front, otherwise you are going to collide in your way back. So where did I start to reverse the 90 degree? Look carefully. The drive axle. Let us say 1/3 of the driveway. This is where the drive axle is. If you measure the distance from this row to this row, you discover that I made the turn when the drive axle was in 1/3. This is 1/3 of the way of the road, and the steer is in the middle of the way. The steer is, so I am steering from the middle and I'm starting to correct the tractor. Nose to make the second 90-degree turn to the left. Now here is the last 90-degree turn to the left, and we are going to stop. Now the tractor is going out of the camera of the scene, but that tractor will look exactly this way. So the first time I came, I turned it right to this direction, 90 degrees, then another 90 degrees to the left. This is the right turn, and this is the left turn. Where do you stop? Right here. This is number 4 now. This is the fourth point you have to pay attention to. Remember, I stopped the trailer at the tail of the trailer is exactly where the nose was. The nose of the trailer, if you remember, my tractor was sitting like this, right here. This is the tractor in the beginning, and this is my window, and I was sitting right here. The rear of the trailer did not go too far. So how did I know that? By training. You can tell now I am watching something on the floor. You see the slime on the floor of the concrete? I'm watching it. Another thing, you can watch the numbers of the trailers in front of you. You can realize that this is an empty spot I keep in my mind. You can watch the trailers, but if you keep the rear end of the trailer at the point when you started, you should be able to return back in a curve such that the trailer can come this way and enter this way. Now here, my pivot is the tandem. Which one? Let us assume this one would be the pivot. Pivot means you are going to rotate around it. That is the pivot. Because the tractor is too long, your curve will be wider than this curve. You are going to be curving this way. Now, should I come out and look? You can, but if you are trained and you are paying attention to your environment and you have cameras, you know exactly what you're doing, there is no need to waste too much time. Now we stop here. If you make a mistake and you jackknife over 90 degrees, this is a tractor. This is a trailer. This angle here is over 90 degrees. This angle is almost now, you can say 110 degrees. Because I did my calculation in the very beginning, I know I'm not going to hit the wings or the vents of the tractor to the wall. In my early years, I did that twice in my life. I ruptured those twice. Now I am getting used to the profession and I can do it without too much effort. I kept the angle. Remember, I am not increasing the angle here. I fixed the steering that direction, so the angle between the tractor and the trailer is constant. I'm not knife jacking the tractor and the trailer. Now, because I'm very aware, I do not want this tractor to hit the other line. So I did my calculation in the beginning because I'm getting used to the find out. Well, let us do it in a different way. So I don't have to make claims that cannot be substantiated. Here is my nose. Here is my steer. Look at how far I am from that trailer. So if I curve, this part of the trailer will be moving in that direction. It can hit that line of trailer. But because I am too far from here, from that trailer, I will keep looking at the other mirror. If you look at my head now, I'll be looking right and left, right and left, right and left to make sure that the steer on the other side doesn't hit the trailer. So I don't hit that side, the other side of the nose of the truck. I might stop here. No, I am doing good. I increase the angle between the tractor and the trailer, and I am too far from the other trailer. So I am safe there, and I am safe here. This is now the worm movement. The worm, you are going to align yourself, because when I look now in the mirror, I look at this angle of the trailer. I look at this line on the floor. This angle is very dangerous angle. If I keep going without correction, that other side of the trailer will hit the wall, will hit the other trailer. So that side, I need to make sure that this angle between the trailer and the floor is as small as possible. It cannot make it zero. So I'm doing the worm movement, steering the other. Look at the steer is going the other direction. Now the angle is decreased. Look at the angle now. This is the nose, right here. This is the angle. So the angle decreased a little, but that is enough. It seems that I am satisfied, so I'm not going to make any correction. You can ask yourself, why am I doing that? Because I already looked at the space before I left, before I started the maneuver. So I have a very good idea on how much space on the right and how much space on the left. And if you look carefully, I brought this trailer very close to the camera, so I can have enough room on the blind side behind the trailer, on the other side where I cannot see. At the same time, I am watching this trailer, this trailer, this trailer, this trailer, and counting how far I need to go this way. Remember, here is a trailer, I need to go another trailer this direction. Can I keep going? I can stop here again and tell you whether I am doing right or wrong. Now, if you stop here, look at what I did. I did exactly keeping this space in my mind, this empty space. So once I aligned my wheel, my nose, I can see that trailer in the hole. I know I am coming back straight. Good. You can tell yourself, well, there is an angle here between the trailer and the concrete. No, this angle is fictitious. This is what you call it illusion, because the camera makes things small when they go away. So this part here is smaller than this part, is smaller than this part. This is an artifact, which means it is not real. It is just the camera. But when you're sitting in the truck, you know perfectly you are aligned. You're having this point, this point, this point, all the way to this hole, and you are doing good. You're coming back very straight. Little alignment. Remember here, I kept the mirror. I kept the mirror so I don't lose sight. If you lose sight, you are going to have a blind backing. That mirror have to be staying all the time looking at you. How do you do it? You keep correcting the steering such that that edge of the trailer should not block your view. If it blocks your view, you need to pull forward. That looks like a very professional backing. I did how many corrections? Two corrections. So I got used to it. I learned how to I learned how to calculate the ratios, the distances, how to look to the landmarks on the floor, the trailers, empty spaces. That is all comes with the experience. How many times I made mistakes? Not too many, by the way. I destroyed maybe two wings or the wings on the side, the plastic ones, the fiberglass, but I did not scratch any trailer or destroy anything in the truck. By experience, you develop visual perception of the environment and you're working like a blueprint. You know your orientation, you know your landmarks, and you will get used to the angles. The most important things here are the angles, the curvature, and the pivot and the rotation. Those are the hardest part of the backing. But we need the backing, the angle, the backing very good. It does not mean that every time I am that good. There are many you can do angled backing now great. The first shot you get it great. Few hours later you try to do the same thing, it doesn't work. Why? Because you mis misestimated the distances. You miscalculated the angles. You were distracted by somebody. You have a bad mood. You are tired. So it does not mean that every time you do the angled backing, it's going to be that good or that smooth. Remember, this is part of the game. This is the territory of trucking.